I'm Katie B. Funk. We are at Residual Gallery, and I'm going to talk to you today about my work Residual, which is on exhibit now. We'll start here outside. What you see on the windows outside are the same image taken at different times of day and night, all during the course of probably a year and a half. So as we are now inside, I can kind of show you how when you're up close to the image and far away at different points with the daylight, you still see the image coming in through with the sunlight, and you get a reverse of the image, a reverse of the shape. And I kind of wanted to have it so that the cluster of the image and the sort of fragility of the tape kind of came together to create this sort of frozen break or shatter. And then kind of talking about what residual means and kind of that stuck, there's something there, there's a reminder of something there that's no longer there, and just sort of the all-encompassing moment of it and how it changes from day to night, throughout the day, if there's a lot of sunlight or not a lot of sunlight. That all sort of plays an impact in how this shows. This first item you're looking at, it is called Heartbreak Receptacle. And what I'm hoping for viewers to do with this, throughout this entire installation, I was thinking a lot about the five senses. So this is sort of the interactive, tactile touch aspect where viewers are invited to take a sheet and they all have what repeats through it. So the eye, nose, ear, mouth, and hand. And basically fill out about their most memorable or worst or recent heartbreak, and basically tell me, you know, what did it taste like? For a lot of people, certain foods maybe bring up that time, or is there a scent? So I have quite a lot of responses in this box, and I would love to get even more. The pieces, I took the pieces from the window that I cut out, and they are now laid onto this, so also playing with that positive, negative, to sort of make a new whole item. And then to kind of kick off as we go over here, there is a sheet that goes with the wall you'll see behind me that I'll talk about. And this image, this is not in this window install, this is actually the last image I took, so I wanted to make it its own thing. But it has sort of a little bit of a map for you to kind of guide through what you're looking at on the wall. Basically what this is, I wanted to kind of mimic and recreate the ways in which I was cutting those sheets. So really like chunking out big fragments at the top, at the sides, at the bottom, and continuing that pattern with found images, and sort of creating little vignette moments of everything, and then having it be in this corner, you're sort of becoming a part of it, you get really up close into it, and you can't really quite look at everything all at once. Even if you stand, you know, far back, there's a lot of elements going on, sort of similar to that. There's so much going on, you can't really take it all in at once, but as you kind of start to break down, you see that each kind of individual thing has a different part happening. With the receptacle and sort of data, I'm calling it the heartbreak metadata that I'm collecting, I am hoping to take people's responses. Obviously, everything will be kept anonymous, but then pull from that and sort of create a gift basket. So this is very much I'm thinking of the next sort of lily pad project, but sort of to imagine going back to that time of whatever your response was, and could someone give you, one answer was a 2-pound bag of Skittles, one answer was Wendy's French fries, one answer was a very specific perfume. So kind of how could you collect those moments together, and I'm gonna sort of create something physical from these written answers. So that's sort of the plan with that. And then as far as this overall work goes, I tend to work large and work in repetition a lot. So I always like to have something that jumps me off to the next point. I'm hoping to also turn all of this into a book, whether that's sort of more chapbook published, polished, or kind of stays more in the zine realm. But one of my favorite questions I got was, what do you hope people take away from this? And I think my answer was, after graduate school, I feel like that's an impossible question because the answers can just be so all over the place. But my answer very simply was, I hope you have more questions to ask than answers. So with that, I thank you very much.